Hi, today we're going to be talking about the backhand low serve and doubles badminton. Now, serve I think is the most important part of the game. It doesn't matter how good a badminton player you are. If you start off with a weak serve, you're going to be smashed back in the face with the shuttlecock. Badminton doubles, it's all about attacking play, so it's really important that you want to start off the fighting for the attack. Fighting for the attack. You want to be the one doing the attacking, and the serve is going to prevent the opposing team from going on the attack if it's done properly. Now the perfect low serve, it's just gonna barely go over, just barely graze the top of the net. It doesn't allow them to go on the attack. And one thing that's really important is how you hold the badminton racket. Everybody wants to generally hold it down here. That's great for the attack. We generate a lot of power. But for a proper serve, you want to kind of choke up right here off this triangular piece where the shaft meets the handle, and you place your thumb right behind it. That's pretty standard and pretty proper for how you want to do it. Another piece of advice is the sweet spot. Just like in baseball and a bat, tennis, every instrument has its sweet spot, so to speak. Well, obviously the sweet spot for badminton racket, it's going to generally be in the center. That's where you're going to generate the most power. It's also where you're going to generate the most inconsistency, because it can be kind of random. So you want to find a spot on your racket that you're consistent with. That's not random. It's going to go the same place every time once you get good perfecting your technique. So generally on the badminton racket, it's going to be right about here. The string tension's pretty tight right there, so it's going to be pretty consistent. So let's move on to the court. And the service line is obviously very important. You want to start, obviously there's not a service line here. I have a bunch of hay on the ground because I'm trying to grow some grass. But we're going to pretend it's here. You want to stand right in front of the service line. I'm going to guess the service line is going to be about right here. If the service line's right here, you want your foot right here. And also, you don't have to stand behind the service line. You actually can go as far as you want over it. You can get as close to the net as you can. If you got some really long arms, it'd be pretty good. So your stance. Now you can either stand your shoulders square to the net. This is pretty standard. I like to stand with one foot behind me, my right foot forward. This is actually called the Weaver stance in shooting. It's the way I've been shooting for 30 years, and it's whatever is comfortable for you. So I'm going to stand like this. Now remember our sweet spot right here. We're going to try to hit that consistently every time, and we don't want to. Here's another thing. Let me point this out. When we were kids, when we used to play this in our backyard, we'd just start hitting it. And a lot of times when we serve, we do an underhand serve like that. Well, that is not proper for badminton. You want to hold the racket like this and go that way instead of this way. It's pretty important. Also, where you hold the shuttlecock's important. You don't want to hold it by the cork. If you hold it by the cork, there's a good chance that your hand's gonna come in contact with the racket, and it's not going to work out so well. So you want to hold the shuttlecock by the feather. All right, we're in our stance. We're going to try to get the shuttlecock over the net as close to it as possible. I don't claim to be a professional, so I'm going to do my best here. Right over the net, perfectly where I want it. And that gave the opponent no chance for the attack. See if I can try to do it again. That worked. So that's the basics of the low hand serve, and it doubles badminton. And also to include my what I did for the week as far as fitness wise. Me and my wife did play a couple games of badminton the other night. Definitely got my heart rate up. So that's some activity I did. I moved about 30 wheelbarrows full of dirt, so that was another quite a bit of exercise for me. And we've taken some walks. So So that has been my exercise for the week. I definitely would like to improve in the next coming weeks with my exercise regimen and get a lot more in there so I can shave off some of these COVID pounds. So thank you for watching my presentation, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.